6 things you will never do in heaven. Heaven is going to be a very different place than earth. This may seem obvious, but the idea that there are things you will never do in heaven that you might have enjoyed doing on earth can seem odd. Heaven is said to be perfect in every way, so why would things that brought you joy during your earthly life be excluded from your life in heaven? The truth is that sometimes the things we enjoy are bad for us. While there may be a few fun things missing from heaven, there will also be a lack of painful or unpleasant things that people simply expect to encounter on a regular basis during their time on earth. So, which pleasant and unpleasant things does the Bible say will no longer take place in heaven? Here are 6 things you will never do in heaven. Number 1. Marry or have children. Jesus makes it clear in the Gospels of Matthew and Luke, even if we marry on this earth to an earthly spouse, we will not stay married to them in heaven. As there is no marriage, there is also no childbearing or rearing. Number 2. Grieve. Grief is a natural part of earthly life, but there is no grief in heaven. There is no sickness, no pain, and no death. Number 3. Evangelize. In heaven, there will be no more evangelization because there's no longer any need for it. Those in heaven do not need to be taught how to reach salvation because they've already been saved. Number 4. Visit the beach. There's no beach in heaven because there's no ocean. Revelation 21 specifically says that there was no longer any sea. The ocean is no more in heaven. For many, it may seem a very sad thing for heaven to be lacking. The sea, however, is associated with chaos, danger, and death throughout the Bible. Number 5. Face darkness. In heaven, there is no darkness. The world is filled only with light. The long night has ended and the sun has risen at last. There's no longer any need to be frightened of what lurks in the shadows. The shadows themselves are gone. Only light and joy remain. Number 6. Watch the moon rise. Heaven, it is said, is lit by the pure glory of God. As such, there's no more need for the greater and lesser lights. It seems saddening to think that there will not be sunrises, sunsets, or full moons in heaven, but there's a stunning silver lining. Whatever replaces the sunsets will be so beautiful that those in heaven will never miss what they had on earth. Heaven is a place of perfection and complete painlessness. Entry into heaven may take some fleetingly enjoyable activities off the table, but it's more than worth it. No amount of worldly pleasure would ever be worth losing out on the chance to enjoy perfect happiness and oneness with the one who made us all.